So please stick around. We've got some very interesting facts about this gemstone, and we're going to get this revealed to you shortly, so you're in for a real treat. I don't want you to miss out on this beautiful gemstone. Okay, without further ado, let's take a closer look and listen. So, here it is, the gemstone, in a rather plain envelope. Well, let's take the gemstone out. Wow, you can hear that weight. But this is Canary Beryl, also known as golden beryl. Now let me just take the gemstone off camera and give it a little bit of a buff. There we go. So this is also known as golden beryl, and it is part of the Beryl family. Now, it does have crystal in the hexagonal way the gemstone actually forms, which forms long six-sided columns, and the yellow comes from traces of iron. Which is within the crystal structure. Now, hardness-wise, it comes in at around about 7.5 to 8 on the Mohs scale of hardness. But it does have a refractive index as well, which averages between 1.57 and 1.59. But it does have a almost like a glass-like luster, and usually, like this one, appears very clear. Apologies, I've got a bit of a cold which just seems to be lingering. But there we have the gemstone. I hope it's focusing. Let me just. Okay, so keep that in focus. Wow, look at that. Now, this particular stone it's mined in, well, it comes from Brazil. And it's well known for several beryl varieties, this particular mine, which includes aquamarine and morganite. Now, this particular gemstone, it forms by beryl-rich fluids which cool slowly in the gaps of granite crystals to grow. But it is typically clean to the eye, though under magnification you'll see fine tubes, small liquid films, or what's known as two-phase inclusions can appear, which just gives natural evidence of the growth process. But a little bit of sorry, I just had to pause the video there. There's a low-flying aeroplane and it's going over again by the sounds of it. But anyway, let's just ignore that. But as I was saying a little bit more about Golden Beryl, it first gained attention in the early 1900s, in fact, when yellow crystals were found in I'm forgetting the name now. It's an African country. The name has left me, sadly. But the name Heliodor comes from the Greek word of helios, meaning sun, and duron, meaning gift, which you can clearly see. This looks like it encapsulates the sun and would make an awesome gift. But it never became as widely known as emerald and aquamarine, but it's valued by cutters for its clarity and its even tone and very reliable color stability. But with a near hardness of 8, it's suitable for rings, pendants, and but it should be protected from direct impact, like all gemstones really. And you can always clean these in soapy water with a soft brush. But when a stone's got visible inclusions or fractures, avoid a sonic cleaning baths. But most examples are natural in colour. Some may be slightly heat treated to enhance the tone. So, what do you think of this one? It's beautiful. But this is a whopping 2-carat oval cut. There we go, look at that. It is amazing. But anyway, we need to get this gift wrapped. But it's been a lovely steady day in the workshop today. already started a little grey, but by midday the light was clear and sharp through the window, and under that light that yellow gemstone really did shine. But I normally work beside the window, and it's a lot easier to look at the gemstones. I only use this lighting for ASMR effects to make it more relaxing. But looking at these gemstones by the window, the brightness is calm, and it's just a showy gemstone. But let's get this wrapped. I've got one of our nice loose gemstone holders here. And we're just going to place the gemstone in there. Again, let's give this a little buff off camera. There we go. Oops. It could almost be a canary diamond. But there we have it in its case. Beautiful. Oh, wow. But the customer who is ordering this has plans to add it to her collection. She collects loose gemstones, so it's going into her private collection. But I thought I would still go ahead and gift wrap that for her. So many of you may have noticed this is a slightly different format. I'm going back to talking about the gemstones to the viewer who watches. I just feel it's more engaging for you to enjoy. And apologies about the lack of videos recently. It's been a crazy time. I normally manage to get a video out at least once a week, but I've been struggling lately to do that. But we're back on track. So let's get this labelled. So we just need our trusty little printer here, which I haven't used for such a long time, so hopefully it's got charge. Right, okay, so let's change this label. So we need to just change this as done, and then print. Voila. And that's the printing done. And we'll just take this off. Apologies about the noise again. It's like I'm living next to a runway, which I assure you I don't. But I live in the countryside, which is, you get a lot of tourists around this way, so you often get the low-flying aeroplanes coming over. Again, tourists and loud cars. But there we have it. What do you think about that? So this is heading off to a lovely customer who, like I say, collects these gemstones herself, and she'll be so happy with this. She's been collecting them for probably as long as I have. And she's got a few big pieces as well. I often tell her, can I borrow them? Just to display, just to show on camera. Maybe it's one video of her collection. She's got them all in little individual cases similar to this. I just use these for a presentation, so they're nice for the customer when they receive them. But she's got quite an extensive collection, so I'll see what I can do. Can't promise anything, but I'll see. I believe she's got over 50, which is similar to the amount I have as well. But we'll get this one over to her, and I'm sure she'll enjoy that one. But I'll just leave that there for you to have a wee look at. And as always, I hope you've enjoyed today's video. I just ask for a small favour. If you've enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and a comment. It really does help me know that there's people out there watching, and let me know what your favourite gemstone is. Do you have a collection? Would you like to start a collection? I mean, these gemstones are not expensive. You can easily have a beautiful gemstone collection without spending a lot of money. Especially these semi-precious style gemstones, and they're always incredible to look at. You can really lose yourself in these gemstones. That's without a shadow. I kind of think of the saying, shadow of a doubt. But please let me know if it's something that you'd be interested in, and what kind of gemstones you'd like to see on the channel. I've got a few pendants coming up, a few bracelets, so stick around for those. Again, I'm not going to do the role play. I'm just going to talk to you, my treasured viewer. But thank you for watching. I really hope you've enjoyed this golden Beryl 2-carat oval cut Brazilian gemstone discovered this year appreciated. And a comment, I'd really love to hear from you. I always reply to all the comments. Not that I get a great deal, so it's quite easily to reply to you, but I would really appreciate any comments you may have. So I have been your host, Alexander Stone, and until the next time,